Have you ever been approved for a business loan, got the funds, put it to work, and still felt stuck? Why did that money come in, but progress not follow? What many small business owners don't realize is that some business loans quietly make your position worse. Here's when a yes from a lender can be worse than a no. Sandra runs a small interior design studio with her partner. They work on residential projects, mostly renovations and full room redesigns. Steady work, repeat clients, and referrals that keep their calendar full. They handle the design and a lot of the work themselves, but bring in various subcontractors as needed. Installers, painters, and tradespeople they've worked with for years. They've been in business a long time. Projects get completed, clients come back, invoices get paid. The studio typically brings in around $40,000 a month in project revenue. Operating costs run about $30,000. On paper, that leaves roughly $10,000 in margin before they pay themselves. It's a solid business, but the timing isn't lining up this month. They are waiting on payments for some completed projects totaling $20,000. Payment terms were agreed to, the invoices have been sent, the clients just haven't paid yet. And in the meantime, expenses don't wait. Installers from the last project need to be paid. Materials for the next project have to be ordered. Retainers for subcontractors are due to lock in schedules. Regular operating costs continue. That outstanding $20,000 doesn't just reduce profit, it disrupts their operating cycle. Without it, they cannot comfortably fund the next wave of work. Just like blood flowing keeps a body functioning, working capital keeps a business moving. When that flow is interrupted, pressure begins to build, creating stress elsewhere in the business. And if your business has ever looked profitable on paper, while in reality cash flow was tight, you may already understand how quickly pressure can build. And when businesses stay under this kind of pressure long enough, the effects can extend far beyond today's cash flow. They can begin shaping the kind of funding the business qualifies for next. Sandra's lack of cash flow could slow future revenue as well. The business is profitable, but profitability doesn't mean liquidity in the bank. When your monthly margin is about $10,000 and $20,000 hasn't arrived yet, the cushion disappears fast. They're not just short on profit, they are short on working capital. Sandra cannot afford to stall active projects while waiting for clients to catch up. In the past, they could tap into their cash reserve, but that's tapped out at the moment. So Sandra starts looking for funding. She's asking for $20,000, not to grow, not to expand, but to stabilize the operating cycle until incoming payments land. She applies and gets a no. She tries again and again. Different lenders, same result. With each passing day, the pressure increases. It's getting harder for her to focus on client work when she's not sure how the next round of expenses will be covered. They need help fast. By the time a yes finally shows up, Sandra and her partner are running out of options. The $20,000 in invoices is still outstanding. Installers still need to be paid. Materials still have to be ordered. The next wave of work still has to keep moving. They've been denied more than once, then finally an approval comes through. The offer is for the full $20,000, but here are the terms. They'll repay $24,000 over the next 6 months, starting almost immediately. That's $4,000 per month, automated repayments of roughly $1,000 per week. The cost is higher than they had hoped. The repayment window is shorter than they would have liked, because whatever data the lending system currently has on their business places it in a higher risk bracket. Their business did not meet the risk tolerance of many lenders. It wasn't being seen as highly reliable, in its ability to make scheduled repayments. That's why they heard no after no after no before someone finally offered a yes. This lender was willing to approve them, but only within a tighter loan structure. A structure reflecting the level of approval their business qualified for at that time. Sandra and her partner don't fully realize this. All they could see is that someone finally said yes. And in that moment, that yes felt like relief. Sandra and her partner could breathe again. Accepting that yes meant that they could buy some time, ease a bit of pressure, and keep the business moving. Very often, for businesses in a tight spot like Sandra's, this is the only kind of yes that shows up. A weak one. Stronger yeses never appeared. They couldn't, not for Sandra's business in that moment. They accepted this weak yes because it felt like the best option at the time. But with it came some hidden costs. We'll come back to those hidden costs shortly because they matter more than most business owners realize. But first, you